movie.
Yep.
Thanks for watching this video with me, guys. I have to do this video in my film class on Charlie Chaplin. Did you take this class on nonverbal communication last semester?
Yeah, we sure did. In fact, we're both fully capable of explaining what nonverbal behavior is. That is, if you're interested.
I'd appreciate that because I don't even know how I'm supposed to act besides doing random hand movements and facial expressions.
Well, that actually is a type of nonverbal communication. It's called kinesics.
Oh, so there are other types? Could you explain this to me as well?
Yeah.
Of course, but first we should talk about the principles of nonverbal communication first. Because nonverbal communication is ambiguous, it can be interpreted in many different ways. For instance, nonverbal behaviors interacts with verbal communication. It sends signals that help moderate verbal communication. There are 3 levels to establish relationship level meaning. The first level being responsiveness. The author discusses how we use responsiveness in nonverbal communication, such as eye contact, facial expression, and body posture to show interest in others. The second level to relationship level meaning is liking. Nonverbal behaviors are keen indicators of whether we feel positive or negative about others. Like smiles are considered friendly, and touching are signs of positive feelings. The third level to relationship level meaning is power. Power is used in nonverbal behaviors to assert dominance and to negotiate status. For example, men generally assume more space and use greater volume and more forceful gestures to get their ideas across compared to women.
That's interesting. I didn't realize that nonverbal communication could be so complex. Now can we discuss the types of nonverbal communication?
Yeah, we can. Good thing I brought my binder with me. Never go anywhere without it. Okay. So we already talked about one type of communication, which was kinesics, which was the body movements and facial expressions. And the next is haptics, so it's touch. So like pats on the shoulder, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then the next is physical appearance, so the way someone dresses or looks can give off certain impressions.
Like when I saw you walking down the stairs, I could tell that you weren't ready this morning.
Okay. So the next one's silence. Even though silence is quiet, it can be quite impacting. Do you understand that, Thomas?
Yeah.
Okay. Olfactics. Olfactics is conveying how you interpret smell. So if you smell something unpleasant, you crinkle or cover your nose, and it displays how you interpret a certain smell, whether it's pleasant or unpleasant.
Oh, okay. So there's this scene in my movie where someone throws up. I'll tell the guy next to him to plug his nose in response to the other character.
That's a good idea. The following is artifacts, which is personal objects that is used to announce our identities. For example, I carry around my backpack with me everywhere. Here, people can interpret or assume that I'm a student. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes.
Okay. All right, the 7th type of nonverbal behavior is proxemics, which is left to broad interpretation on how you, as the individual, and individuals perceive personal space.
So if I do this is proxemics?
Yeah. The 8th type of nonverbal behavior is environmental factors, which are elements of a setting that affects how we feel, think, and act. For example, you're more likely to be quiet in a library, but when you're at a party, you could be loud, crazy, and socialize all you want. The setting sets the scene for how we act.
Interesting.
And the second to last type of nonverbal behavior is chronemics. It refers to how we perceive and use time to define identities and interaction. For example, some people value their time differently compared to others. Some people are punctual and get to their destination ahead of time, while as others, who tend to not really care what time they arrive later than what is expected of them. Lastly, but not least, is paralanguage. Paralanguage is communication that is vocal but not actual words. So it includes sounds such as murmurs, gasps, vocal qualities such as volume, rhythm, pitch, and inflection. For example, kids use paralanguage more often because they're more likely to whine or grunt in displeasure, laugh, and other stuff to express what they're feeling.
Alright, thanks for teaching me all this information on nonverbal communication. I'm not as nervous to do my movie.
That's good. You should let us know how it goes.
Definitely.
Will do.
Thanks.
Alright, anyways, gotta go now, guys. See ya.
Bye, Thomas. See you later.
Bye.
Good luck.
Oh, God. I'm really glad we got to take that class.
I'm glad we did too.
Yeah, it was good. We got to help Thomas out with his project. I think we did pretty well.
I think we did good too. So
Good thing we took that class.
we did.
I'm
Awesome.
super glad.
Hey Lori, hey Emi. I wanted to tell you guys that I did a really good job on my movie thanks to all of your help. I used all of the different types of nonverbal communication in my film that you guys have taught me. For the majority of the film, I used kinesics, physical appearance, and haptics. For instance, based on the physical appearance of the main character, you can tell that he has a high-position job, and in fact, he is a lawyer. Another character in the film isn't well dressed and uses kinesics to suggest that she is guilty. You can tell by her body movements and her facial expressions that she is nervous about something throughout the entire film. I think that these three types of nonverbal communication best fit with how I want my actors to be portrayed. But since nonverbal communication is ambiguous, meaning that there is no clear-cut meaning for each gesture, I had to make clear the point I was trying to get across in my film by using subtle cues. Since my movie was so good, different countries from all around the world started to pick it up. I have to keep in mind that their culture is different from our culture, so they might interpret body movements or physical appearance differently than how we do. The same as if we were to interpret one of their movies. We might think that they use a weird hand movement, when in reality, it's quite a common hand movement in their culture. From what you guys have taught me, nonverbal communication is a broad subject. We should keep an open mind while interpreting nonverbal behaviors in film and in everyday life. So you guys should be careful about how you use and interpret nonverbal behaviors, especially in foreign countries. I'm more confident in using nonverbal behaviors in my upcoming films. I have people coming up to me saying they like the scene where there was only facial expressions and body movements. It's amazing how you can convey so much emotion without a word. It's also amazing how the viewers can interpret nonverbal behaviors. I'm really glad that you guys taught me this. Now I can perfect the nonverbal behaviors of the characters in my next film. Anyways, this movie would not have been possible without your help. Oh, and one last thing. I won this Oscar for Best Director of all time. I never had one of these before. I never won an award before. So this is going straight to my living room table for everybody to see. Like, this is so awesome. I'm about to cry right now, but I'm not, because it's on camera. So, I'll see you guys later. Take care.